Hey everybody, thought I'd do a little live coding tonight, and there we go. I got a little Ruby challenge. See if I can find it here. Share my screen. Okay. Write a function named setAlarm, which receives two parameters. The first parameter is true whenever you're employed, and the second parameter, vacation, is true whenever you're on vacation. The function should return true if you're employed and not on vacation. Otherwise, it should return false. So, two arguments. I don't know. Seems like a pretty straightforward challenge. Basically, I want employed and not vacation. So if the first thing is true, let me go to the second thing, and then if that's true, then this will be false, so that will not work. Since it's Ruby, it's implicitly returned. If the first thing is false, it doesn't matter because it's going to come back false. And if the first thing is true and the second thing is false, not false turns back to true. I think this is it. Okay. All right. Let's try another one. Well, yeah, I mean, that seemed like it was a little simplistic. Okay. Let's train. This looks a little harder. Okay, so we're doing a method in the string class, which basically inverts every single letter. So, okay, I got it. So lowercase should become uppercase, and uppercase should become lowercase. All right. And I just have to check something in Ruby. Downcase. Let's just do string methods, actually. Right, so string methods. No, I want to go to class string. That's fine. Okay, here we go. So we've got downcase, and we've got upcase somewhere, a little bit of upcase, right? So it's kind of like this is a character test. If self dot downcase is self. Let me just write this as one character. If self dot downcase is self, then self dot upcase. Else, and I guess I also would want to know. Here, let me just open up a Replit tab, and we'll do a Ruby, because I want to get into a terminal here, but I don't want to have to. Let's go to, what is that? Don't care about that. IRB, and let's just say S dot upcase, right? So if this is false, oh, I wanted to test a number, 5 dot upcase. What about 5 dot upcase? Okay, nothing happens. And what about 5 dot downcase? Fine, no problem. And what about period dot down case? Fine. Okay, great. So yeah, I think it's just as simple as that. If self dot down case is self, then self got upcase. Otherwise, we can assume it's either either an uppercase letter or non-letter, in which case I can just do self dot down case, and that will be the end of that. Great. So this just works on a single letter. And I think that all I need to do then is do self dot split dot each. Sorry, I need to check something. JKL dot split with an argument of an empty string. Perfect. So we're going to do JKL dot split dot map so that we can return the same thing. If it's down case, we do that. So this is do, and then the block parameter would need to be C for character, and then instead of self, I say C, C, C. So I'm mapping, I'm creating a new array. I added a do, so I need to add an end. Get my tabbing cleaned up here. All right, so then that's coming through that, and now I just need to do a dot join with an empty string. Split needed an empty string, and then this probably would be a good turn rate opportunity here. Oh boy, did not like that. Syntax error. Syntax error. Self dot split. Well, let's just break it into pieces. Put self dot split. And then let's comment all this out. And then let's test it. Something's wrong here, Jeff. Oh, because I got it. Sorry. Forgot that I was in the middle of an instance method here. I hadn't put an end on anything. I needed an end for my if, an end for my do, and an end for my def, which covers the whole range of all the things we need. All right, so I don't think I need this. So I'm still feeling confident about the code that I wrote. Perfect. Now let's do a ternary, because I feel like this is going to be simpler. True, question mark, hey, or hello. Okay, great. So the ternary structure is, let's see, C dot down case equals C question mark, return C dot upcase, or return C dot down case. Okay, bingo. And I think now we're gonna get this shortened up into one line because that'll look nicer. My do end can be replaced with curly braces. Okay, test, still working. Nice. Test and attempt. Awesome. Okay, let's look at how other amazing people solve this problem. Oh my God. Swap case, get out of here. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Well, this is very silly. Oh, and notice the implicitness of self here is unnecessary. Well, shoot. Oh, very fancy, very fancy. Oh, What is this? TR? The heck is TR? TR. What's that? To regex? No. Turns a copy of the string with the characters in from string replaced by the corresponding characters in to string. So it takes two arguments. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Man, so many cool methods out there. All right, we'll do one more. Next kata. Let's pick it up. Character recognition software is widely used to digitize printed texts. Thus, text can be edited, searched, and stored on a computer. When documents are written with a typewriter, or digitized character recognition software often make mistakes. Your task is to correct the errors in the digitized text. You have to handle the following mistakes. S is interpreted as 5, 0 is interpreted as 0. Sorry, O is interpreted as 0, and I is interpreted as 1. Okay, so basically, there's a string coming in, and we can assume that a 5, 0, or a 1 needs to be replaced with a capital. Okay, well, I really like that TR method. I feel like that's the jam right there. EL. So it looks like there's like a one-to-one correspondence here. That the E is replaced with the I and the L is replaced with the P. So that would make a pretty easy situation where we just need to say string.tr, and then we take two arguments. The first one is going to be the 501, and the return is SOI. Oops. SOI. All right, well, let's see if it works. Dang. That was very easy with the right method. Yeah, I mean, like, how would I write it without that? That's a really interesting question. I'm going to come back to this. It's really made it easy. And as a reminder that, you know, part of this is not just getting the practice, but looking at the documentation, looking at the way other people solved it, looking at the documentation, kind of taking the time to explore some of those things. So let's see. I mean, I guess I would just, you know, in sort of a more clunky approach, I would say something like, let's figure out if, I mean, let me write a couple different versions of pseudocode. This would be good to like talk a little bit about the point of this, which is both Ruby practice and problem solving practice. Figure out if the string includes a 5. If it does, find the index of the 5 and make a direct swap of that index with the capital S. And then basically repeat for 0 and 1. Another way to do it would be to just break apart the word into individual characters and check one letter at a time for all 3 possibilities. So you could almost do like a mapping through the letters, and then if it's a 5, yeah, I don't know an easy way to write that without just an else if else if else if. So let's let's try this first one because it feels a little fuzzier to me than this one. And this other solution kind of feels more similar to the mapping we did in the last one. So let's start with, does the string include a 5? So there's just a method, again, if we're in the string class here. Oh my God, this is annoying. There's a lot of methods to look at. Include, right? So I could say, hey, 6 dot include question mark 6, and the answer is don't like that input. But if we do that, that's true. So we can go string dot include question mark 5, because we're just doing one at a time. If it does, okay, this is going to be true or false. So we said if string dot include 5, then we'll do something. And that's finding the index of the 5. And do we need a loop like there's many 5s maybe? String dot. Now this is another string. It's like finding the index. Let's see. Each char, no. G sub is another one that jumps out to me. Index. Yes, right. There we go. Dot index. Because then I could do, hey, well, let me just have this be a string. String equals a 6. So if string dot include 6, then I can say string dot index 6. And then I can do string bracket 3 equals, doesn't matter, y. And now I'm back to string, and I got nice. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of the approach I was thinking about. So string dot index of 5. Oh, be kind of cool is to build this into a loop, because I'm gonna, well, hold on, just getting ahead of myself. Make iteration for this. All right, so string dot index 5, we'll call that end. And then we'll say, okay, then I want to do string end, and I want to set that equal to, this is where it's going to be different, s. And so then I can do, well, that's really the end of it, isn't it? I have to check again, probably. And also, do I need, probably in harder ones, it could have multiples, right? The 5, the 1, and the 0. I don't have any that have 2, but it's certainly possible. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to make sure it finds all of them. Oh, but what about making this a while loop? While, okay, so let me try this. I need to call something a string. So string equals 5 IHJK LMNOP and then 5 at the end. So there's 2 5s. So now I want to do my loop. Oh boy. Well, that did not work. So string dot include. Wait, let's just look at string. Hang it. Okay, so let's try string dot include question mark 5, and the answer is yes. So then we go into the loop. We say, what happened to my code? Then we said, let's do the index. So then we said string dot index on 5. And then we said string bracket 0 equals S. And then we said string. So it's changed. Okay. So seems to be the problem. While string dot include, then I take that and I set that to be that, and then end. I struggle with while loops in Ruby. Well, let me just do the same thing here. So if this is the letter 0, this is 0, this is O. Okay. Define undefined local variable or method. Oh, str. Well, there's a problem. Oh, and then I was in, so it never got out of the loop. Oh, dumb. Okay. Interesting. There we go. And then string. Now, good. There we go. Okay, so now that's working. Yep. So there was a problem. And the reason I didn't catch it here is because I said str, but in this console, str had been defined. And so, oh. Yeah, why would it have done? Oh, because it was the string, but then it shut that one. Okay, whatever. Interesting. Yep. And then the last one is string dot include one I test. Oh yes, sorry. String. Yeah. Okay. Great. And then to kind of clean it up, basically, just do another loop like count equals 0, nums equals 5 0 1, and then I can replace this with, hold on a second, then I can say nums then let's equals s o I. So then I can just tighten this up to say 1 time instead of 3 times. Let's say while count is less than 3, and so this is going to be nums bracket count close bracket dot 2s, because I got to change my integers to strings, This is the same thing essentially. And then this one is my let's count. All right. Uh-oh. That's not good. Timed out. Oh boy. Oh, that's why. You gotta be careful with that. Count equal. I can't remember if Ruby allows the syntax. Count equals 0. Count plus equals 1. Count. Okay. Should be fine. Count plus equals 1. Okay. Nice. Well, I don't think you can argue that even as elegant as it is, that it really is a replacement for this method, which is kind of fantastic. But again, good kind of problem solving exercise there. Good for the brain. So, all right. Hope that was helpful.